situation here. Let's see what Darien can do. Stopped by McGee, but put back by Bennett McDermott. That's a goal for the Blue Wave. Jordan with a deep three. No good. Front rim. Jack Tierney with the rebound. Roloff with the three. That's good. Splash.
Cut and turn, and he has now scored his first point.
So J.P. Heron is on the board for Darien and can't get it to go. DeMonicus with the rebound and puts it back up and in. Nice offensive board by Lindsay DeMonicus.
Nice play by Vandenbroek there. Oh, she's got
Vandenbroek, and there is a short-handed goal by Shea Vandenbroek. Live from the main gym on the campus of Darien High School, it's varsity boys basketball on the DAF Media Network tonight. It's the Darien Blue Wave and the Norwalk Bears in an FCIAC tilt. Hi everybody, I'm Damian Andrews. So glad you could be with us. It's the final game of the regular season as the conference playoffs start this weekend. So this is the final home game for the Darien Blue Wave. They had senior night festivities on Monday, ended up getting a big win over St. Joe's on senior night, and 7 seniors were recognized before the game. We are going to pause now for the national anthem.
We drive to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Story about here to sing, but no go.
We're about ready for the opening tip between Darien and Norwalk. Damian Andrew here, and joining me tonight on the broadcast is the coach, Tom O'Donnell. And Coach, great always having you on these broadcasts this season. We've done a number of them together. Last time we were together, we did the Darien Fairfield Ludlow girls varsity basketball game, which Darien lost, but they were able to win out, and Ludlow lost out, and Darien got into the FCIAC tournament. But here we are tonight, Darien and Norwalk boys basketball matchup. Norwalk has already clinched a spot in the FCIAC tournament. Both of these teams have clinched spots in the state tournament, so this is not their final basketball game of the season. But we expect to see a pretty competitive matchup. I had a chance to talk to Norwalk head coach Tom Keys. He said, this Darien team, the way they play, their record is not indicative of how they have played this season and how competitive they are, especially here at home.
I would definitely not want to draw Darien early in the playoffs.
So the starting lineups for tonight's game for Darien: Will Rolap, Justin Jordan in the backcourt, Mitch Pryor, Henry Williams, and Ryan Darby. For Norwalk: Zaire Sellers, Isaiah Lopez, Connor Mastropetro, Joseph Benicasso, and Aaron Epps. Here we go. We are underway. A little up and under move by Zaire Sellers, the junior guard, and he puts the Bears on the scoreboard first as Norwalk comes out in a man-to-man defense. Here's Justin Jordan going baseline off the window for two. So Jordan answers Sellers on the drive to the basket. And Darien, Coach O'Donnell, starts in a man-to-man defense as well. Not really unexpected as head coach Sharoy Bentley plays a lot of man-to-man.
Good box out there by Mitchell Pryor.
Darien in the white jerseys moving from right to left on your screen. Norwalk in the green moving from left to right. Here's Jordan with the ball. Gets it to Henry Williams. Williams up top for three, and that is pure. And boy, if he continues to shoot like that, he had a great game against St. Joe's on senior night. He had a couple of big threes. If he shoots like that, Norwalk's going to have to find a way to defend him from outside.
It's what he does best. He's been consistently good at it all year long. Great to see him get off to a good start. And there's Mitchell with his second rebound of the night.
Mitch Pryor, the rebound. Here comes Will Rolap, brings it up the court, gets it to Justin Jordan. Rolap kicks it out to Darby. Into the lane, off the back of the iron, and that'll be out of bounds off Mitch Pryor. He tried to save it, stepped on the line, and it'll be Norwalk basketball.
Looking at the two teams, I'm hoping that Darien is going to be able to take advantage of their height tonight and really dominate on the boards, which will help them on both sides of the floor.
The kick out. Baseline jumper by Lopez is no good, and here comes Justin Jordan pushing it up the floor, gets it to Williams, to Darby, and a textbook fast break that time by the Blue Wave.
Great job advancing the ball by pass.
There's Joey Benicasso. Mastropetro, the senior captain, misses the three.
Mitchell with rebound number three. He's taking full advantage of his size down there, doing a nice job.
Early 7-2 lead by Darien. Darby picks up his dribble, gets it to Jordan. Jordan brings it back out front. Jordan being guarded by Mastropetro. Here's Pryor. Jordan goes baseline, pull up, no good. And Mastropetro with the rebound. He pushes it up the floor. This is a Norwalk team, Coach O'Donnell, that's won 7 of their last 10. And those 3 losses were by a combined 10 points. So Norwalk playing some of its best basketball late in the season. Here's Darby coast to coast for 2. And Tom Keys, the Norwalk head coach, wants a timeout. Coach Keys, he's done a terrific job with this Norwalk program as we take a look at him and his huddle. Recently had his 100th career victory in a win over Ludlow. He started his head coaching career in New York State, and then he came to Norwalk. In fact, led Norwalk to the finals of the FCIAC tournament back in 2015. They lost in a really good game to the eventual FCIAC champs, West Hill, but he has done a nice job in his tenure as the Bears head coach. Want to give a quick shout out to the DAF Media production crew, Ben Olson directing and producing tonight's broadcast, Jackson Leone on camera 1, Emily Finlan on camera 2, and our statistician is Ted Brennan. Damian Andrew alongside Tom O'Donnell, the coach. High school varsity boys basketball action between Darien and Norwalk. We are under 4:30 remaining in the first quarter, 9-2 Darien. And Norwalk turns it over. Here comes Justin Jordan in the open floor. Strong move, draws the foul and one. So if you're
really good job there defensively by Darien. And again, once Jordan gets going in the open court, it's tough to stop him.
Absolutely. Maybe one of the best backcourts in the FCIAC this season, no doubt, with Will Rolap and Justin Jordan.
No question. Decent size from the two guys, good quickness. Both of them can shoot the ball, handle it well. It all starts with the guards, and Darien has two good ones.
As we take a look at head coach Sheroy Bentley, has done a terrific job with this program. His team comes into this game 6-9 in the FCIAC, 9-10 overall. As I mentioned at the outset of the broadcast, they have qualified for the state tournament. Strong move in the lane by Zaire Sellers, the junior guard, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, we did a game together, one of the boys' games earlier this year at McMahon, and we looked ahead, even though they were struggling a little bit early, and said they had a chance to run the table their last 8, and they've just about done it. And they look like they've got everybody healthy and ready to go and are heading into the postseason with some momentum. And as we've talked about, I really like the fact that Darien has good guards. They have some size. They can shoot the ball. They have good quickness. They have a lot of the elements to really take a step forward this year and surprise somebody in the postseason.
As you have said a couple of times, they're going to be a tough out in the state tournament. Of course, they miss out on the FCIAC tournament this season. They were the 2 seed a year ago and were bounced in the first round as Darby takes it strong into the lane, but blocked. Here's Rolap. Tough move, and he gets it to go. He has been impressive, the junior guard, this season.
He's played varsity minutes since his freshman year, and deservedly so. Tremendous athlete, and certainly one of the core members of the squad this year.
Darien, as you mentioned, Coach O'Donnell, has won 6 of its last 7 games. They have played well down the stretch in this season. The pull-up jumper is good by Zaire Sellers. And Sellers off to a good start tonight for the Bears. Rolap up top being guarded by Tyreek Langley, the senior guard and Norwalk's leading scorer, averaging 20 points per game. Here's Henry Williams, the air ball from beyond the 3-point arc. And a nice block by Mitchell Pryor. Darien going the other way. Darby scores. A 16-5 run for the Blue Wave to start the game. Lopez kicks it out to Mastro Petro. And Norwalk turns it over. Here
Quick
comes
hands again on defense by the Wave.
Williams, deep 3. Slides off the iron. The pull-up by Sellers is no good. And Rolap will bring it up the floor.
This is one of those things where we talked earlier in the year about how basketball is a game of streaks. And very often teams will stop their own streaks with bad decision making. Darien has a great chance here to really put some distance between them and a dangerous Norwalk team. And they need to make sure the ball's in the hands of the people they want shooting. Pretty good shot there, even though it didn't go down.
Great point, Coach. Sellers over to Isaiah Lopez, and then he gets it to Mastro Petro. Here's Langley, the pull-up on the baseline. Tierney with the Rebound. Darby going the other way.
Ryan has just been so aggressive in the open court. He plays fearlessly like he did against McMahon that night. Great to see.
Ryan and his brother, Andrew, both on the floor together. The brothers Darby both play lacrosse as well. Here's Langley to the rim, gets it to go.
Tough shot.
You can see on that move right there why he is the Bears' leading scorer this season. Of course, when Coach Keys and Norwalk made it to the finals of the FCIAC tournament in 2015, they had a terrific player. Williams with the rebound.
And a good choice there by Henry not to get out of control.
I'll finish my thought. They had a terrific player in Roy Kane who led them to the 2015 finals of the FCIAC tournament. Came up short against West Hill as Williams knocks down the pull-up jumper under 40 seconds remaining. Langley takes it the other way and he gets it to go down.
That's the kind of pace Norwalk would like to see this game become. Darien needs to pick and choose when they run and when they settle down and get what they want.
You know, in talking to Coach Keys before this game, he said, you know, we weren't really expected to do that much by outsiders and internally, but we've really put it together. After losing the first 3 games of the season, they've turned things around as the clock winds down here in the first quarter. Williams gets it to go from 3.
Damian, he is feeling it.
He is feeling it. Boy, he certainly is, Coach O'Donnell. That'll do it for the first quarter. 23-9 Darien, an impressive start for the Blue Wave here inside the main gym on the Darien High School campus.
The game is going the way Darien would like. The beautiful combination of playing aggressively in the open court when it's there, looking for shots they want in the half court. Great defense, quick hands, taking advantage of the rebounding. It's all Darien right now.
You know, as we are sitting here, our viewers cannot see us, but you are decked out in a golf polo, getting ready for the golf season, which is coming up. Boy, it seemed like golf season today at the end of February, highs in the 70s. Broke all sorts of records in the metropolitan New York area.
We'll be very happy if when we start on March 19th, it's anywhere near this nice, David. And
No,
really
absolutely.
looking forward to it. Just have a great group of kids and a talented group of young men that should challenge for the league and state championship again this year. And we're really looking forward to it. Most of all, they're just great young men.
I envy you being a golf coach. Always wanted to be a golf coach at the high school level. Played high school golf, and still good friends with my old high school golf coach. Terrific guy. 23-9. We're about ready to start the second quarter here. And what an opening quarter it was for Darien, as we touched on moments ago. Here's Henry Williams, near side of the court with the basketball. Takes it strong, picks up his dribble, gets it to Jordan, or Rolap rather. Jordan not in the game, he's on the bench. Rolap, little off-balance jumper is good. You know, that's really where he does some of his best work, where he has to kind of make an off-balance shot. He's able to control his body and get off a good look.
That step-back move for him is a deadly one. He's got great quickness, you have to respect, and when he gets you moving backward and pulls back, great separation, and he had good balance there on the release.
Will Rolap has played a lot of AAU basketball growing up, and here's Langley going the other way, gets it to Benicasso, and he puts it up and in. So let me put your coaching cap on for a second. If you're Coach Keys of Norwalk, what do you have to try to do here to get back into this game? Down 25-11 early in the second quarter.
A couple of things that they need to do a better job of, one of which is getting back on defense. They've given Darien too many easy baskets in transition. And the other things I think they need to do, even though this is my first chance to see them tonight, clearly they have a couple of guys who are their primary offensive guys, and in their half-court set, they got to make sure those guys are getting their scoring opportunities. And they want their first shots to be good ones because it looks like they're going to be at a rebounding disadvantage with Darien tonight.
And a nice move that time by Sellers as he continues to impress here in the first half. Nice looking player, the junior guard for Norwalk head coach Tom Keyes.
What Norwalk's done here is gone to his own defense just for this reason right here. They're looking to get some turnovers so they can take advantage of their quickness in the open court. They've gone to a little half-court pressure here. Darien's got to get the ball to the middle and then attack the back line. I think if they post somebody up in the middle, they're going to be very happy with what they get down low.
Mitch Pryor checks back into the game as Henry Williams takes a much-deserved rest on the bench.
And back to the man-to-man.
And a long two that time by Will Rolap. And that'll be an offensive foul on Norwalk.
That'll be a big part of Darien's defensive plan tonight. With the quickness Norwalk has penetrating the lane, the weak side defenders have to be careful to sag in the lane and be able to rotate if the man guarding the dribbler gets beat on the perimeter. If they're spread out and not splitting to the ball, Norwalk will get in those seams and go right to the rim and convert. And here we go with a little full court 2-2-1 zone press. Again, the ball needs to get to the middle or to the reverse it to the backside. That sideline is right where they want it. You want to stay away from there.
Jordan, quick pass to Rolap. The three is good.
Great ball handling and vision from Jordan there, and a nice shot.
Great ball movement
From
that
his
time,
backcourt
able to
game.
zip it over to Rolap, who is wide open on the left wing.
Little fortunate there too, Damien. They don't want to make a living trying to force the ball up the primary side against that press.
Darien coming off a big win on senior night Monday against St. Joe's. And Norwalk, meanwhile, coming off a 61-52 win.
One of the other things that Darien's going to have to be real careful about is with Sellers' quickness, he can get people into foul trouble.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to lose Jordan.
Absolutely.
They may have to rotate people who are on him.
Great point.
And maybe get some help off the bench, because if Jordan's got to carry that load by himself, they may be without him for important minutes, and they don't want to do that. And there's why they're pressing right there. Darien needs to reverse the ball, then get it to the middle. They're a little bit too happy to take it up the initial side, which is just what Norwalk wants.
So we're under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. 31-15 Darien, a hot start. And here's Darby wide open underneath the basket, and he lays it up and in.
Great vision from Justin.
I've mentioned this a couple of times on our broadcast this season. It is hard to believe that Justin Jordan did not play varsity basketball last season, because he is having quite a senior season for the Blue Wave.
Which is exactly why they want to make sure he doesn't get in foul trouble and they don't lose him.
Absolutely.
He does a lot of things, creates a lot of shots for other kids on the team, as well as being able to create his own shot, and his quickness on defense is valuable. So they have to be careful to keep him out of foul trouble tonight.
So Tyreek Langley, the senior guard at the line, missed his first free throw. He's averaging 20 points a game, 9 rebounds a game. So he fills up the stat sheet for the Bears as he gets his second free throw to go down. Here's Rolap. He brings it across the midcourt line. Tierney into the lane, throws it up, no good. Kind of an off-balance shot, forced shot by Tierney as Langley brings it up the floor into traffic, and he throws up a tough shot. Here's Jordan on the far side of the court. Rolap back out to Jordan. Jordan, penetration into the lane, and it rolls off the rim, but he is fouled and he will go to the line. Again, want to give a quick shout out to our DAF Media Network production crew. Our director is Ben Olson, camera 1, Jackson Leone, camera 2, Emily Finland. Our statistician is Ted Brennan. Here's Justin Jordan at the line, shooting 2. And he gets the shooter's touch on that first free throw attempt. You know, when I had the chance to talk to Coach Keys before the game, he said, you know, this is a Darien team that is really the quality of any FCIAC tournament team this season. He goes, this is going to be a really tough test for us. Final game of the season, a good test as we look ahead to the postseason.
No question about it. And Darien is making his analysis look real good right now.
Here's Mitch Pryor.
Looking at Darien, there really isn't an area where they have a tremendous weakness. A little bit unlucky in some close games early in the year. It's the only difference, I think, that kept them out of the playoffs. They certainly did not get any favors in the way that their schedule fell this year while they were coming together as a team and trying to put returning kids with new kids and get a real feeling for who could do what. They had to play some of the best teams in the league.
True. You know, it's these two teams, and Coach Keys alluded to this, these two teams, very similar record-wise, they have both lost a number of close games this season. The losses that they have had have been very tight games for the most part. Five-second violation on Will Rolap, and I mentioned Norwalk has already punched its ticket to the FCIAC tournament, still awaiting their seed. Bunch of games tonight around the FCIAC, so they will find out tomorrow where they will be seated going forward in the FCIAC tournament, which is really this season, Coach O'Donnell, a wide open tournament.
Could not agree more.
Nice pass inside by Langley to Xavier Vines, but he can't convert the bunny. Darien looks like they want to work a little clock here. Here's Mitch Pryor up top, gets it to Will Rolap. He'll pull up for 3, no good, and it'll bounce out of bounds. Norwalk ball. I want to thank all of you for watching us on this DAF media broadcast of high school varsity boys basketball. We are live here from the main gym on the campus of Darien High School. Here's Vines, throws up a prayer, and he's going to be fouled. That nearly went in, just slid off the back of the iron.
They've already had a couple acrobatic shots. They're clearly talented physically and are accustomed to make with awkward shots, but they don't want to live and die with those all night.
There's Xavier Vines. Gets the first one to go down.
Darien's done a decent job shooting from the perimeter tonight, but would love to see them get the ball inside a little better and either get fouled and go to the line or keep getting quality shots.
Rolap up ahead to Ryan Darby in the corner to Henry Williams. Nice head fake. Misses the shot. Here's Jordan. He makes it. The 3 is pure from Justin Jordan.
That's the highest percentage three-point shot in the game, inside out.
Langley throws it up. Too strong off the glass. Here's Jordan in the open floor. He'll pull up from 3. In and out. Sellers going the other way, pushing the ball up the floor. Pull up from the free throw line. No good. Vines with the rebound. And Norwalk will reset on offense. Langley inside. Nice look that time by Connor Mastropetro, the senior guard, one of the captains. The captains for this Norwalk team, Mastropetro, Jaden Grant, and Zaire Sellers. And that'll be a foul on Norwalk. Zaire Sellers, only a junior, but he's a captain. That shows you what Coach Keys and the rest of the program thinks of him. To name it, you don't often see a junior named as a captain.
Can see why, though. He's a talented player, and he loves to get to the rim off that dribble and is very capable of doing it, either scoring or drawing fouls. See if Darien can get Henry Williams back in the game in this possession. He's got a mismatch inside. And there he is.
Pull-up is no good. Rolap gets his own rebound, and Williams is there to clean up the mess.
Second chance points. Darien's got to take advantage of that height. Nice job by Mitchell on the defense and the rebound.
Langley, tough shot. Pryor gets it to Jordan. Back out to Williams. No call on the play. Here's Langley going the other way, throws it up, and that'll be an offensive foul. That'll be an offensive foul on Tyreek Langley. He will head to the bench as Lopez checks back into the game. Isaiah Lopez, number 3, checks back into the game for Norwalk. 17.2 seconds remaining in the first half. 42-21 Darien. An impressive start for the Blue Wave. And Darien head coach Sheroy Bentley wants a timeout to take a 30-second timeout here with about 12 seconds remaining in the first half.
I'm sure he has a set play he wants to run here to make sure that they get a chance to score and or run the clock out.
Well, they have a chance here for the final shot of the half as we take a look at the Darien huddle. Sheroy Bentley is in there somewhere. Of course, Sheroy Bentley played at Harding High School in Bridgeport for his father, Charlie Bentley, the legendary head coach of the Presidents. Did a tremendous job with that program, won a number of state championships, produced a number of NBA, college and NBA players. And of course, one of his disciples, John Bagley, is now the head coach of the Harding Presidents, and they're having a pretty good season, doing a pretty good job, Bags.
They are, and he was certainly one of the greatest players to come out of this state, and it's nice to see him come home and take over his old program. I'm sure it will be inspirational to those kids to have somebody like that they can respect and look up to every day.
Maybe he will show them some of those old Celtics games. So what do we have here, Coach? You and I were talking about John Bagley, and Will Rolap is at the line shooting 2. There must have been a technical foul.
I missed it while we were having our conversation, but I can't imagine what else it would have been.
So it'll be Darien ball out of bounds near midcourt with 12.7 seconds remaining, 43-21. See that, Coach? We start talking basketball history, we lose our focus on this game. Darien, Rolap underneath, and there's going to be a Norwalk foul here.
Little unfortunate they called the foul, though it was a foul.
And it was
Will made a great pass right to the block for almost a short 2, but he's back at the line again.
Mastro Petro whistled for the foul. Rolap gets the first one.
And Darien's got to be careful here not to allow a long entry pass. If they can force the guy getting the ball to be heading back toward the baseline, they should be in good shape.
He misses the second free throw. It bounces out of bounds off a Norwalk player. I believe it was Sellers. So Darien retains possession with 4 seconds remaining. So a fortuitous sequence of events here for the Blue Wave. Here's Rolap from 3, no good. Jordan puts it up at the buzzer, and it falls off the front of the rim. So that'll do it at the half, 44-21. Darien, a commanding lead. And we are going to take a quick break, and we will be back with some halftime stats with our very own Ted Brennan. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on the DAF Media Network. We are at the half here on the DAF Media Network. Darien leads Norwalk 44-21 in an FCIAC boys basketball matchup. Regular season finale for both teams. And joining me at the half is our very own Ted Brennan, who is doing stats tonight. And Ted, a big effort by the Blue Wave in the first half. But first, let's talk a little bit about Norwalk and their leading scorers and some of their top performers in the first half.
Thank you, Damien. Number 2 for Norwalk, Zaire Sellers, leading all Norwalk scorers with 8 points. He also grabbed 4 rebounds. The leading assist man was number 0, Tyreek Langley for the Norwalk Bears.
Yeah, Langley had a nice first half facilitating things for Norwalk. He is their leading scorer and their leading rebounder. And for Darien, a big effort by Justin Jordan. JJ had a big first half, as well as Henry Williams.
Yeah, Justin Jordan went off for 12 points. He also had 3 assists. Will Rolap also had 12 points, so they're leading all scorers. Henry Williams had 10 points, not too far behind JJ and Will Rolap. And our leading rebounder was Mitch Pryor with man on a mission, 9 rebounds. Damien, back to you.
Very nice job, Ted Brennan. Ted Brennan doing stats tonight for the DAF Media Network. So at the half, it's 44-21 Darien with an impressive lead. Again, a shout out to our production crew for the DAF Media Network. Directing is Ben Olson. Camera 2, Emily Finland. Camera 1, Jackson Leone. And our statistician, who you just heard from, Ted Brennan. We will be right back with second half action here on the DAF Media Network. We are back on the DAF Media Network at the half of this high school varsity boys basketball game between Darien and Norwalk. The Blue Wave with an impressive first half. They lead 44-21. Damian Andrew alongside the coach, Tom O'Donnell. And we are about ready to start the second half here as the Norwalk team comes out of the locker room, and they're going to step right on the floor with no warm-up. And I'm sure head coach Tom Keys gave a nice long talk there at the half as his team down here by double figures to start the second half. It'll be Norwalk basketball near midcourt. We are just about ready to start the second half. Again, Damian Andrew alongside Tom O'Donnell, the coach. So glad you could be with us on this DAF media broadcast of high school varsity boys basketball.
I'll be shocked if Norwalk does not come out and try and turn up the pressure on defense and cause some turnovers and get some transition baskets. And if Darien can handle that pressure and attack the back end, I think they'll be very happy with how things go for them. But Norwalk's got to start turning Darien over a little bit here and score a ton of points in the second half if they're going to win. And the defense not only holds Darien down, but will create opportunities for them as well.
There was a quick foul there on Will Rolap. Here's the long three by Sellers. It's no good. Out of bounds off of Norwalk. You know, as you had said a couple of times during the first half, this is a Norwalk team that likes to get it and go. They like to run, no doubt. So a little bit different now as they try to chip away at this lead here early in the second half. We'll see what the pace of play is moving forward. Here's Justin Jordan near midcourt, dribbles around Benicasso, kicks it out to Rolap, over to Henry Williams. Jordan in the corner, spots up for three. That is good.
It's interesting to see Norwalk not come out and put some pressure on Darien, and you almost wonder, it'll be interesting to see as they go along, if Coach Keys has already decided with the playoffs right around the corner that he does not want to exhaust his team tonight by coming out and stretching themselves physically too much with a quick turnaround to the playoffs.
And as I mentioned in the first half, Coach Keys said this was going to be a tough matchup for his team. It has certainly played out that way as Jordan's shot is in and out. Williams the rebound, has it batted away. Here's Rolap, no good. And it'll be out of bounds off of Williams. And Isaiah Lopez just shouted to his teammates, box out, as Darien had three looks at the basket that time down the floor.
Good advice.
Here's Benicasso.
With their differential in height, they're going to have to do this to have any box out, to have any chance to rebound. And I think Mitchell Pryor just went in double figures in rebounds for the Wave.
And that is going to be a foul, I believe, on Isaiah Lopez. And that's exactly who it's on.
And that's our statistician, Jackson, making me look real good there, Coach.
Here's Rolap with the ball out front. Swings it to Darby.
Playing zone against the out-of-bounds play. You'd like to see Darien get it inside, and that's one way to do it.
So the three was an air ball by Jordan, but Ryan Darby is there with the putback, and Jordan comes up with the steal. 3-on-2. Rolap takes it himself. Sellers gets to the bucket and draws the foul. Zaire Sellers at the line. Off the front of the rim. Jaden Grant coming into the game for Norwalk. He replaces Isaiah Lopez. Sellers misses them both as Pryor His 11th rebound, I believe. Roll lap for 3, forces it. Ryan Darby, another offensive board. And Benicasso nearly turns him over. Roll lap resets the offense for Darien. Here's Henry Williams on the near side of the floor. Over to Jordan. Just underway here in the second half. Williams from the corner for 3, and that is good. What a stroke he has.
It's a beautiful thing to watch.
It's a pretty shot. I told him that before the game. You and I have seen a lot of jump shots through the years as Vines answers for Norwalk. Isaiah Vines up top, the junior forward, for 3.
Darien will be very happy to trade three-point shots at this point.
No question.
But they got to get the ball inside against the zone.
Vines clears it, gets it to Benicasso. He pushes it up the floor. Joey Benicasso swings it over to Mastro Petro, and here's Jaden Grant for 3. No good. Ryan Darby the rebound. Will Rolap get into the tin, kicks it out to Justin Jordan. Baseline jumper good for 3.
2 in a row from the same spot for Justin.
He likes that spot on the floor as Darien extends its lead over Norwalk. An impressive outing for the Blue Wave. They'll have this game, and then they will await for the pairings for the state tournament. And our statistician, Ted Brennan, just informed us that Justin Jordan has 18 points. So JJ getting it done for the Blue Wave. A couple of big threes here in the second half. Henry Williams, little jump step, kicks it out to Darby. 3 is off the back of the rim. And here comes Sellers pushing it up the floor. Mastro Petro picks up his dribble, gets it to Benicasso, being guarded by Mitchell Pryor. Gets around Pryor, and that's going to be a foul by Pryor. And Pryor is going to sub out along with Ryan Darby. Into the game is Andrew Darby and Jack Tierney. Here's Jaden Grant. Inbounds it to Mastro Petro in the back court. He'll bring it into the front court. Grant into the lane. Blocked by Darby, but he's going to be whistled for a foul. So Andrew Darby picked up the foul. Andrew Darby, of course, headed to Michigan next year to play lacrosse. He'll play lacrosse for the Blue Wave this spring for head coach Jeff Braymeyer. Hard to believe the Darien boys lacrosse team coming off a national championship.
It's a great program year in and year out. No doubt they will be again this year, and congrats to Ryan. Michigan's a great school.
You know, I always joke with Coach Braymeyer whenever I see him. I say, how does an old catcher at SMU become one of the all-time winningest high school lacrosse coaches in the Northeast?
And though it is true that Coach Braymeyer had not played lacrosse when he started the program in the 80s, I can tell you from firsthand experience, he's a great high school coach.
Yep.
And you give him enough time, he'll learn any sport and do a great job of coaching it. And he has done that with that program. And of course, Andrew Darby.
Jordan wide open at the other end of the floor for 2.
Will be joining Andrew Stuber at the University of Michigan, Darien's offensive tackle, who is playing football for the Spartans up there. Of the Wolverines, I should say, excuse me.
A timeout, Coach O'Donnell, by Norwalk. Head coach Tom Keys, as this game is getting away from his Bears rather quickly here in the second half.
And as I said earlier, it looks like Coach Keys has decided that he is going to save his team this second half and give the playoffs their best shot. And it may very well pay off for them, because right now, the way Darien's playing, I'm not sure there's anything they could do.
Yeah, no, it has been an impressive effort by Darien. In that Norwalk huddle right there with the light green shirt on is the JV head coach, Eric Jean-Guillaume, who played for Mike Walsh at Trinity Catholic, a terrific point guard, ended up playing for Southern New Hampshire, I believe, had a terrific college career. I'm not certain of that, but he did play in college, Division II level, played against the University of Bridgeport. And he is now on the bench for Norwalk head coach Tom Keys. Steal by Jordan, takes it the other way, lays it up and in. 61-25.
It's a wonderful thing to see the Darien boys play with the kind of confidence they are tonight. And all the credit in the world to Coach Bentley for keeping the team together through a difficult and challenging start so they could reach their full potential down here toward the end of the year. Not to belabor the point, but I would not want to draw them in the first round of the state tournament.
So a whole new look for Norwalk. 5 new players on the floor as Tierney draws the foul. Let's try to sort this out. Dylan Polka, number 5, into the game for Norwalk, as is DeAndre Bullock, Aaron Epps, Jemai Green, and number 32, Sergio Thermidor, the freshman forward. On the floor for Darien, Ryan Darby, Justin Jordan, Jack Tierney, Andrew Darby, and Henry Williams. And Andrew Darby comes away with the rebound. Nice look by Jordan to Ryan Darby underneath and off the glass and in.
I think the lineup you just described is further evidence that Coach Keys is going to try and save his guys for the first round.
Yeah, you called that actually late in the first half, and so resting some of his starters, giving some of his bench some valuable minutes.
And again, given how well Darien has played and the margin right now that exists, it would take a Herculean effort to come back tonight. And I think he's just making an intelligent and calculated risk at this point in time. It's not that they're giving up. I think there's a method to his madness.
Absolutely. Jackson Vaught coming into the game for Darien. He replaces Henry Williams, who will take a seat on the bench. There's DeAndre Bullock, and that'll be a traveling violation on Bullock. This also, as you said, gives a chance for Coach Keys to get some of his bench players into the game, give them some valuable minutes on the floor.
No question, when you get to the playoffs, the bench always plays an important role.
There's Jack Tierney. Nice pass to Andrew Darby. Over the head pass to Andrew Darby by Jack Tierney.
Beautiful, unselfish play there by Jack.
Jack Tierney headed to Denison to play basketball. Ryan Darby clears it, pushes it up the floor to Tierney, lays it up and in. Textbook fast break that time by the Blue Wave. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. This game well in hand by Darien, up impressively 68-25. Long three is good by Jemai Green, the sophomore guard. A couple of sophomores on the floor for Norwalk. Jemai Green, Aaron Epps.
Jackson Vaught making an appearance for Darien.
And that, I believe, was a 5-second violation on Darien. 10.7 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Second one tonight.
You don't see that's a good point by you. You don't see the 5-second violation called too often, but we've seen it a couple times tonight. Here comes Jemai Green, the sophomore guard, bringing it up the floor. Nice move into the paint. Nice little shuffle pass to Sergio Thermidor, and he draws the foul. Sean Collins into the game for Darien. Tierney whistled for the foul.
And right now, when you're playing a team with the kind of perimeter quickness that Norwalk has, but who is not a huge threat from the three-point line, especially with the lineup they have on the floor, when you're guarding the people in the perimeter, you have to give them a little bit of a cushion, and the guys off the ball have to see the ball and split to the ball to be able to give help.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Darien up by 40, 68-28. An impressive effort by the Blue Wave. And now here in this fourth quarter, you have to think that Darien head coach Sheroy Bentley will be able to get some of his substitutes into the game, give them some minutes on the floor here, as Darien now tries to gain some momentum off of this strong finish to the season as they get ready for state play.
And the other thing that Coach Bentley wants to guard against would be losing one of his primary players to an injury in a game that otherwise is meaningless at this point in time.
Sure, well said. And it'll be interesting to see when the seedings come out if Darien gets a home game or if they hit the road for their first round state playoff game. They're kind of right on the bubble, if you will. This win certainly would help.
Again, I can't say enough about the job Coach Bentley has done holding this group together. That start they had to the first half of their season and even beyond would have broken the spirit of a lot of teams. But they obviously believed in their kids, did a great job of getting a lot of players to improve throughout the year. They found combinations that work, and they hung in there, and they took advantage of a favorable second half schedule to play their best ball. They're playing their best ball. They're on a great run right now, heading into the playoffs. And I just hope they can carry this confidence with them no matter who they end up drawing.
And this is a Norwalk team, too, that you can see the talent on the floor just didn't really come together tonight. Didn't have a terrific effort at the start. Darien jumped in front early and never looked back, really. Here's Sean Collins out front with the ball. One of the seniors who was honored the other night on senior night here at the main gym on the Darien High School campus. Ryan Darby with the basketball, being guarded and by DeAndre Bullock. Collins on the far side of the floor. Here's Tierney. Nice pass inside to Jackson Vaught.
Another great unselfish look inside by Jack. Ryan Darby gets it over to Vaught. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Darien ball under their own basket. Offensive rebound by Andrew. Keeps the ball alive for the Wave. Great offensive rebound by Jack Tierney and a great finish. Some nice basketball from Jack here the last couple minutes. Nice drive and kick by Jamal Green. Ryan Darby with the rebound and the wave in transition. Good backdoor cut by Jack Tierney. Gets the ball back to Ryan Darby. Finds brother Andrew inside. And the Wave happy to take a little bit of time here and make sure they get the shot they want and run some clock.
Coach, I'm back here joining you. We had some issues with camera 2, our baseline camera. Here's Tierney, strong move. Had to switch out the batteries. Thanks for taking over.
No problem. And I'll tell you what, I think next year where Jack Tierney is going to play, that shot right there will be a thunderous dunk down the middle of the lane.
One of the things that Tierney does so well, he's a big who can run the floor, number 1. Has great vision. We've seen a couple of assists from him tonight. And, yeah, like you said, just maybe needs to finish a little stronger as Jamai Green.
Yeah, showing some range.
With a big 3 up top. He'll add some bulk, no question, when he gets into the college ranks.
I think that'll be the biggest thing, and that will help him become a more physical presence and allow him to use that size even better.
Yep. There's Norwalk going the other way. The 3 by Polka is no good. And there's Norwalk Athletic Director Doug Marchetti taking in this game. You can see our director there on the left side of your screen, Ben Olson, just barely. Little wave from Ben. Jackson Leone bringing all our visuals from camera 2. Doug Marchetti does a terrific job as the athletic director at Norwalk High School. He used to be the boys swim coach there, and he has moved to the AD. There's Jack Roberson, the sophomore big man for the Darien JV basketball team, who dresses for the varsity games. Polka at the line, hits his first free throw. 4:16 remaining in the game. This game well in hand for the Blue Wave. Polka gets them both. And he checks out of the game and into the game. Into the game is number 25, who is not on our roster. There's Darby. To his brother Darby. Strong move by Ryan, can't get it to go down. And Jackson Vaught's going to be whistled for the foul on Jamai Green.
Jack Vaught, call for the read.
Jamai Green on the line for the Norwalk Bears. And the front end is good. Andrew Darby rebounds the miss for the Wave, gets it to Ryan Darby.
I'm being told that DeAndre Bullock is, in fact, number 25 for Norwalk. So DeAndre Bullock in the game for the Bears.
Arthur Xanthos on the floor for the Wave.
Art Xanthos, he'll play baseball in the spring for the Blue Wave, and he scores a strong move by Art Xanthos, and the crowd goes wild.
Everybody getting in on the party.
Mastro Petro Number 11 from way downtown, up top for three. Under 3 minutes remaining in this game. Darien with a 76-37 lead. Blue Wave turn it over. DeAndre Bullock, the follow-up, no good.
Jemai Green from the sideline, showing impressive range.
Jemai Green.
Damien, he wasn't 6 inches from the sideline when he let that one go. Very impressive.
Deep three. And this has turned into a little bit of a playground game here, Coach. Just up and down the floor. This is what you see at recess. There's Sean Collins with the basketball for Darien. Ryan Darby with the basketball. Back to Sean Collins, back to Darby. Under 2 minutes remaining in the game. This game well in hand. Darien up big, 76-42. And that will be a foul on DeAndre Bullock. Connor Mastro-Petro checks out. Dylan Polka back in for Norwalk.
The only thing that would worry me for the Darien team moving into the state playoffs is that their three primary offensive weapons, Justin Jordan, Henry Williams, and Will Rolop, are all perimeter presences. And they all shot the ball beautifully from the perimeter tonight. But on a cold shooting night, does their size present a post presence that can keep them scoring and keep them in games if the outside shots are not falling to the Wave?
Yeah, great point. Xanthos draws the foul. He will go to the line.
The other thing that tends to happen when you rely on perimeter shots is that you give the other team a break. They don't foul a whole lot, and sometimes you don't get to the free throw lines as much as you would like. And Darien is a fairly good free throw shooting team, and it would be a shame to give that advantage to another team in the playoffs. But they're playing beautifully right now. They have every reason in the world to be looking forward to the playoffs and playing with a lot of confidence.
Cole Anderson, Jack Roberson, Will Boughton into the game now for Darien. They join Ryan Darby and Arthur Xanthos. Darby with the ball, being guarded by Bullock. Here's Cole Anderson. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Roberson in the pivot. Nice move by Roberson, gets it to go in.
There's the post presence we're talking about. Right there, a beautiful job by the young guy.
That's what Coach Bentley's looking for from Roberson, as Jemai Green.
Jemai has the green light, Damien.
Yeah, Jemai hasn't met too many shots he doesn't like.
And shooting ball beautifully.
Really has. Nice arcing shot by Jemai Green. Number 10, who is right in front of us here by our broadcast table. Thanks so much for watching this DAF Media broadcast of high school varsity boys basketball. Under 30 seconds remaining in this one. Want to give a shout out to our entire production crew. Ben Olson, our director, our statistician, Ted Brennan, and our camera operators, Jackson Leone and Emily Finland. Done a great job tonight bringing you this game from the main gym on the campus of Darien High School. And Henry Williams will just dribble out the clock. And that's the way it will end. 79-45, a huge win for the Blue Wave. Impressive win, their final game of the regular season, as we see the teams shake hands. You always like to see that. Darien improves to 7-9 in the FCIAC. I'm sorry, Darien improves to 7-9 in the FCIAC. I was right. 10-10 overall, so they get to 500 to end the regular season. As they go into the postseason, they have qualified for the state tournament. Coach, your final thoughts on this one? Obviously, an impressive start by the Blue Wave.
In every phase of the game, Damien. And really, it was their defense that did it for them early. They got their hands on a lot of balls, a lot of deflections, no second chance points for Norwalk, a lot of transition baskets for the Wave, beautiful perimeter shooting, just really every phase of the game, very impressive. I just really excited to see this team play that first round game in the state tournament.
No question. Coach, I want to thank you as always for dropping in on this broadcast. You are a wealth of knowledge, and we certainly appreciate that on the DAF Media Network. I'm going to ask you actually to give your headset to our statistician, Ted Brennan, who's going to bring us the stats, the final stats of this game. An impressive win by Darien, 79-45. The Blue Wave beat Norwalk. And Teddy Ballgame, what can you tell us about this one?
Well, for Norwalk, an impressive game for Jemai Green off the bench with 13 points. Leading rebounder as well with 4 rebounds, tied with Zaire Sellers. Not many assists for the Bears tonight. Tyreek Langley with the only one from the first half. For Darien, they had 4 scorers in double digits. Justin Jordan leading the way with 22 points. Really hot tonight. Will Rolap, 5 assists. Mitchell Pryor, 11 rebounds. What a night for him.
All right, nice job, Ted Brennan, our statistician, working tonight's game again for our entire production crew. And the coach, Tom O'Donnell, I am Damian Andrew. Darien beats Norwalk 79-45. This has been a production of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Have a great night, everybody.